Hi, love and greetings. I'm Paul Friedman, founder of the Marriage Foundation. Our topic is my husband is micro cheating. So cheating is cheating. It means that your husband is starting to leave the marriage. I mean, let's not play games. A husband does not cheat and remain in his marriage with the same dedication, devotion, and all of the things you expect of a partner if he's micro cheating, if he's big cheating, if he has an emotional affair, if he's whatever. What you want, what you deserve, what you can have is love and devotion in your marriage. And it can't be done by rules. You know, a lot of people go to their pastors or ministers and they complain about their husbands cheating, and they call in the husband and they explain to him that it's immoral and that he needs to stay true to his wife. Well, you think he doesn't already know that? So let's just take that part of this and put it aside. Your husband already knows, not kind of knows, totally knows that what he's doing is wrong. Why is he doing it? It's important to understand what marriage is supposed to be, so you can understand why he's not fulfilled enough or stable within the marriage enough so that he's not looking around. Marriage is intended to be, number one, happy. It's supposed to be the happiest part of your entire life, and not by a little bit. We're not talking about Disneyland happy. We're talking about overwhelmingly happy, where no temptation would ever distract you or him from remaining loyal to one another. Let's take the loyal from the if you're not loyal punishment. Let's take that away, and let's say differently. Let's take away the charge and go loyal because I don't have to be loyal, but I could not imagine being with anyone else loyal. Okay, let's do it that way. Let's have a positive approach to this. Because one of the big problems that we have in marriage counseling today, which we're trying to solve, we're training marriage counselors in our way. It should be from a positive perspective. We got married to be happy. We also got married to experience love. Like no kind of love we'll find anywhere else, not even from our mothers, who love us unconditionally, but they love us unconditionally because they're compelled to. They gave birth to us. But what about, I chose to love you unconditionally, and that's what I'm going to do. That doesn't just happen naturally. We're not taught these things. So let's also take something else off of the table. Let's take off the table this idea that love just happens. It doesn't. It's a very childish, hippie, and I used to be a hippie, point of view, but it isn't the truth. It's not true because we're overwhelmed with all of these material needs, all of these desires, all of this nonsense coming from Hollywood, magazines, our friends. We all have the wrong information about what love is. Oh, I love you, man, is not what I'm talking about here. And I'm not talking about just living, okay, I gave my vows, I promised to love you forever, and so I do. No. You have to cultivate that devotion. You have to cultivate it. Now, I'm going to be, and there's one other reason we get married. Happiness, remember? Love. And there's one other reason. Harmony. So, do you have harmony in your home? Are you guys just happy to see each other? Probably not. So here's what's going on. First of all, let me remove the blame. And I don't care if you've seen a therapist or you've seen a marriage counselor and the counselor's doing it all wrong and they're going, well, you got to do this and he shouldn't have done that and da-da-da. We don't label people. What we do is we talk about what your expectations reasonably should be of yourself. And thereby, your marriage will then produce the results you're looking for. You see, if you learn to love, and this is number one, if you learn to love your husband unconditionally, and this takes inner work, which is why we have the courses. You have a course for women, which teaches you how to master the mind, how to get the emotions more than under control, how to get the instincts put down, how to completely control your anger, frustrations, annoyance, whatever you want to call it. That's very important. And then you need to learn, and we have a technique, a special technique called the SO technique, where you learn how to monitor and control the mind. And then, and boy, in that process, people see amazing things come up in their minds they didn't even know were there. And then you need to learn to open your heart. I promise you this. In fact, we guarantee it with the course. If you follow how we teach it, your husband will be attracted back to you. And there's no chance of him having a micro-cheating event or an emotional affair or anything. Because you're doing it right. You're doing marriage correctly. And he doesn't need to do it too. Just you. You can't take a look at the symptom and think that there is a cure for just this one symptom. You have to approach your entire marriage holistically. Nothing else will work. Look, I was a divorce mediator. That's almost 23 years ago. I was a divorce mediator. I've seen it all. We've been doing this for a long time. I know what works. I know what doesn't work. If you try to deal with this, if you go, we have some people write in and they go, I've watched hours and hours of YouTube videos on this topic, not this topic, but other topics. And finally it came across you and you're the only one who really makes sense. We know. Because our approach is very commonsensical. It's realistic. It focuses on those true needs that you and your husband have for happiness. You can create the happiness. You should be walking around in your marriage, smiling all the time, being complimentary, being loving, being sweet, not as an act, because that's not cool, but from the inside out. We're not taught this. I know. I'm not blaming you. I'm letting you know that you have the opportunity here to change the dynamic within yourself, and that will change the dynamic of your marriage. And then, right now, you're in a cycle that's negative. Down, 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 down. You make the changes, and then you'll see the cycle reverse. Because the trend will then be your friend. Right now, it's your enemy. Everything is possible. You have free will. You have volition. You have wisdom. You can do this. What you're lacking now is the correct information, but now you've come to us to get it. So take a look. Go to our website. Don't be shy. We're not going to push you into anything. Take a look, because if you have micro-cheating going on, and by the way, don't go up to your husband and say, I caught you, I know what you're doing, da-da-da, what's wrong, honey? Don't do that. It won't work. I'm not going to go into a long explanation of why it won't work, but it does not work. Confrontation, checking in, all that stuff does not work. Take it upon yourself to revitalize your marriage the right way. I promise you, what we do, what we know, absolutely works. It's mechanical. It works like mathematics. Cause and effect. So, like the video, please. Share it on social media. And visit us over and over. We have hundreds of videos. And God bless you. And take care. We're praying for you. We are. I do care. Take care. God bless you.